Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and come to attention for the playing of the national anthem. At ease, please be seated.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Captain Donald May, Commanding Officer of the NRTC unit here at Miami University. And on behalf of the Department of Navy, United States Marine Corps, and Miami University, thanks and welcome for being here today. The Greek scholar Thucydides, he wrote once that the nation which draws too great a distinction between its scholars and its warriors will have its thinking done by cowards and its fighting done by fools. These prescient words constitute the very foundation of the duties that have been entrusted to the rest of the professional staff and I, namely, shepherding our next generation of military leaders through a well-rounded liberal education, so that when that moment, as it invariably comes, in which they are faced with the tremendous burden of making a life or death decision, they might think and act with both wisdom and keen insight to lessons from the past. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor and privilege to officiate today's commissioning ceremony. It consists of three things, 3 P's: paperwork, pinning, and public oath. So our commissionee, Staff Sergeant Lt Loopstra, he'll first sign the first P, paperwork. That is what makes his commission legal and binding. Next, the pinning. Pinning is the visual and public affirmation of his achievement, as he then goes on to carry out his duties, bearing the insignia which designate him as a leader deserving of respect. And finally, the administration of the oath. It publicly affirms the new officer's commitment and responsibility to the Constitution of the United States. Earning a commission is a noteworthy achievement and acceptance of significant responsibility. It indicates that he has earned special trust and confidence from the President of the United States. A commissioned officer, he's expected to act with the highest integrity at all times. Every salute he receives will be a reminder of the special trust placed in him by our nation, of his duty to that nation, and of the mutual respect which connects officers with those they lead. Soon, Lt Loopstra will be given responsibility for our country's most important resource. And that's not the millions of dollars of equipment which surely he'll be responsible for. That's important, but what's entrusted to him are the men and women that he will lead and serve. At the end of today's ceremony, he'll receive a copy of the Marine Officer's Guide, that book standing up on the table. And it's signed by every member of the professional staff that he ended with last spring term. He'll also receive his own commissioning certificate. I will now read from that commissioning certificate. Military personnel in attendance, current or retired, please come to attention as you're able, and all, please listen to the words carefully. Attention to orders. From the President of the United States of America, to all that shall see these presents, greetings. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Warren Christopher Loopstra, I do appoint this officer a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps, to rank as such from the 12th day of August, 2016. This officer will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed, by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of his grade and position. And this officer is to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to the officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the component thereof to which this appointment is made. His Marine Corps certificate is signed for the President of the United States by the Secretary of the Navy and the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Military members, at ease.
This is a special occasion. We're pleased to have friends and family present to share it. Please feel free to move about and take pictures as necessary. Staff Sergeant Loopstra, front and center. Staff Sergeant Loopstra will now sign his commissioning documents with the commanding officer. Will those pinning Second Lieutenant Loopstra please come forward? Second Lieutenant Loopstra's rank will be pinned by his father, Mark, his wife, Samantha, and joined by son, Ross, and daughter, Aubrey. Second Lieutenant Loopstra's oath of office will be administered by Captain May.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Warren Christopher Loopstra,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office on which I'm about to enter.
of the offices of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Appreciate it, sir.
Second Lieutenant Loopstra is assigned as a ground officer and will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Marine Corps' newest officer, Second Lieutenant Warren Loopstra of St. Peters, Missouri. Second Lieutenant Loopstra's first salute will be conducted separately from this ceremony. This concludes the commissioning ceremony except for the official photograph. Will the NROTC staff please come forward and join Second Lieutenant Loopstra for a commissioning photograph? We're going to assemble on the steps here, so we may have to ask some folks to step back for just a minute. And otherwise, we're concluding.